Welcome to Media Beat on MediaBistro.com. I'm Donya Blaze, and I'm so happy today to be joined by the renowned best-selling author, Miss Terry McMillian. Terry, welcome.
Thank you.
So, Terry, you've got a new book in stores now, Getting to Happy, which is the sequel to Waiting to Exhale. Why do a sequel, and why did you feel like now was the right time?
Oh, I didn't feel like now was the right time, and I didn't have any intention of doing a sequel. It just worked out that the story that I wanted to tell, the 4 scenarios that I wanted to basically try to address, stopped and made me think, oh my goodness, I've already done a book where there are 4 female protagonists. And so I didn't really want to repeat myself. But it made me stop and think about the women from Waiting to Exhale and where I'd left off with them.
And when Waiting to Exhale was first published, I mean, this was a phenomenon. Not just in publishing, but with the movie and everything. How did that, the success of the book, other than, of course, the material success that it brings, how did that change you as an author, or did it?
I don't think it changed the way that I wrote. When you're sitting at home in your little office all by yourself and the outside world is on the outside, you know, I think and worry about my characters. I'm not worrying about competing with myself or competing against other authors or who my audience is going to be and what people are going to think about this. I really take the story and my characters very seriously. So I'm not worrying about any of that. And I wasn't, after Waiting to Exhale, I think that book never even crossed my mind when I was telling news stories. And even this one, I thought about them a lot differently. I thought that they were somewhat...
You can say it.
They got on my nerves.
Really?
I thought that they were a little desperate. But again, I'm 58, and back then we were all in our early to mid-30s, so things loomed larger then, and we don't think the same way about a lot of things now.
Also, since you first came out, there's been a whole explosion of Black literature and Black fiction. There's been this genre called street lit that is, you know, telling stories about the inner city and the thug novels and all of that, which I'm sure you've seen. What do you think about the state of Black fiction today and other Black authors that are out here now?
Well, I think that there are a lot of fine young new African-American writers out here. And I am not a fan of ghetto and urban lit. I don't really, I mean, I take seriously what they're writing about in terms of inner city life and all that, but I don't like the way that they tell their stories. It's not very redeeming. It seems that they glorify violence and hatred and self-hatred, to me, to be very honest. And sex is gratuitous. I don't like the exploitation of Black women's bodies on the covers of all of the books that they use to sell them. And to me, a lot of them are poorly written and unedited. And I think as Black people, we've struggled too long and too hard to try to be decent people and treat each other with a lot more respect and dignity. And these books just fall so short of it. It's almost as if they don't even believe that we deserve it.
Okay, stick around for part 2 with Terry McMillian. Terry, I want to talk more about your career and how you got your start. This is Media Beat on MediaBistro.com.